guys, it's Grace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this week I wasn't totally sure what I wanted to do for my video. I didn't have any vlogs prepared, so I just didn't really know what to do. But then when I was doing my history assignment a couple days ago, I came across a couple of verses in the Bible that really spoke to me, and I was originally going to make a short about them, but I decided I was going to do a little bit of a longer video instead and just post it as my video for this week. So let's get into it. Alright, so the verses come from John chapter 17, and in verses 6 through 19, Jesus is praying for his disciples, and he's actually in the garden after the Last Supper praying. He's praying for his disciples, and he is asking God to send his Spirit to be with them and to protect them in the world. He's asking God to give them joy. But then verses 20 through 23 is the part that really stuck out to me. Verse 20 says, "I do not pray for these alone, but also for those who will believe in me through their word." So everything that Jesus was just saying for his disciples and praying that they'd have protection and that they would have joy and that they would have the Spirit, he was also praying for us. He's praying for you. He's praying for me. He's praying for all believers who would come after the disciples. We see that because it says, "but also for these who will believe in me through their words." And we learn about Jesus through the words of the disciples in the Bible. And so that counts as us. In the garden, in some of his last hours before he was going to die, Jesus prayed for you. He prayed for your protection in the world. He prayed that you would have joy. He prayed that you'd be filled with the Holy Spirit. Just sit for a minute and let that sink in. Like, Jesus prayed for you. Jesus prayed for me. Jesus prayed for every single Christian that has ever lived and will ever live. That's just a really amazing thing when you let it sink in. Like, Jesus, he's about to go to the cross. He probably has a million things on his mind, and yet he still prays for us and asks God to be with us through the trials that we're going to face, because the world is going to hate us because it hated Jesus. And we are supposed to be like Jesus as Christians. He knew that we were going to face trials, and we were going to face people hating us, and we were going to face all sorts of things. But one thing that really stuck out to me when I read this verse and the verses that followed was just that Jesus was praying for our protection in the world. And he is God, so he has the power to protect us. And I think that's really a good reminder for us, because as humans, fear is very natural. But when you think about it, like, if Jesus has sent us the Holy Spirit, and if Jesus prayed for us and asked God to protect us, like, we don't need to fear anything. Like, no matter what we go through, no matter what the world says about us or tries to do to us, like, you don't need to be afraid, because God will always be with you through it. His Spirit will always be with you. And maybe the situation won't end on earth like how you want it to. Like, I mean, there's been Christians who have been killed for their faith, and you may say, how was God protecting them through that? But really, our greatest hope is in heaven. So really, he is always protecting us no matter what happens on this earth. But yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. I would encourage you to read all of John chapter 17. It's not super long, but it's basically all the stuff I was just talking about. So I'd really just encourage you to read it all the way through for yourselves. I hope this video really encouraged you. If you're a Christian, remember, you don't need to fear anything, because Jesus prayed for us, and he prayed that God would protect us and send his Holy Spirit, and we are never alone, so we don't need to be afraid of anything. If you're not a Christian, I just want to let you know that I am praying for you and I love you, and I would encourage you to read the Bible a little bit for yourself. Maybe read some of these chapters and other chapters of John, and just find out who God really is, and maybe even begin to grow a relationship with him for your own. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it encouraged you and that you enjoyed it. I will be posting again in 2 weeks, and I'm thinking I'm going to be doing a week in my life vlog showing some of my Nutcracker rehearsals and just other things I have going on during my week. If you're excited to see that video, make sure to comment down below. If you have any video suggestions that you would like me to make, please comment those as well. I would love to do some videos that you guys suggest. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.